What's up, YouTube? Don with the Don Franz Show. Wanted to make a quick video. In tonight's video, we're actually going to talk about SHLL. Is it still a buy? Hyliion's reverse merger that had their vote today, actually. They did vote. It kind of got postponed. So we're going to go over that. Then I also want to touch briefly on the IWM, the NASDAQ, or we'll say the Russell, the NASDAQ, and the S&P. Kind of go over those three ETFs. Why we saw an awesome day, we talked about it, and what I want to see going forward. So today, we saw it pop up, right? Now, if you guys watched my last video, if you guys are subscribed and you did hit that little bell button, if not, you should. It's right down below. It's free. Promise it costs you nothing. You guys know I actually took this during a live stream. We grabbed SHLL. I actually still like this company. I like hyliion a lot. I like what they're doing. I like what they already have. So I've compared this a lot to Nikola and how I think it's going to act in comparison to it once they finally get it resolved and done. I still think the hype, so I think there's a little bit more hype to come to this. Now the question behind that is, again, when Nikola came out, I told you guys I was hilariously short. Like, this company's got nothing. I joke about it. I call it the Photoshop company. Turns out it's the fraud department because even the posters are wrong. They even lied. Couldn't even draw a poster or tell the truth about it. This company's a little different. So again, I guess there was some things that wasn't very clear in the votes. We got the hype up. It did sell off today. Now I actually managed to sell it. Now I'm in my main account. Also, I even grabbed some of my E-Trade account. Kind of follow suit. E-Trade account definitely has the worst fills as far as this goes because main account first. Dividend account. I was supposed to do a dividend account for you guys. I'm going to start showing you guys now. Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, so saw it jump up there pre-market, started to sell off. I went ahead and closed it. Just the way the hourly trend changed, wasn't a fan. So we watched it sell off and sell off. Now we really started to see it base out and started to kind of push back up. So once we started to see this hold right here, I got back in around the 48. My actual E-Trade account, which is again the supposed to be the back burner play, I ended up grabbing that. I think closer to, I tried searching it, 48. Yeah, 48.71. So by the time I actually sold this, 49 shares, or sorry, $49, $49.95 around the 50 mark. Got back in a little bit. What's left? Again, this is a dividend account. Started it with, you know, $1,000 in July. I guess to cover that really quick, let me know in the comments down below. You guys want to know more about this? I have, again, in July, I put $1,000 in there, about one share of Tesla, and then the rest were going to be my three dividends. I think I pulled this up. Yeah, and I wanted to see this is new on how this works. My estimated income, $161. Oh my gosh. Dividends. You need millions in this thing to make money. I'm not going to get any, well, that's already the account value in today's gains, but that's because I've kind of, I put $100 in there every Monday, and while the idea is really cool, I'll just keep buying dividend stocks with it. The three I picked are monthly dividends. They are PFF, DIV, and O. That's cool. It's really cool and all. I'm just in this to make money. So what I've kind of been doing is on Monday when I get that, I usually find a quicker trade, take advantage of that, and then try to put it right back in there. So that's why you see me sell like 20 shares and then get back in with what, 9? Yeah, 9 right here. So bought 10, sold 10, bought 20, sold 20, bought 9. So bought it at 40, sold it at 52, bought it at 41, sold at 49.95. So that's how my account's actually growing. It's making pennies on the dividend. I can go over that more in detail if you want. Main story, long story short, do I think this is still a buy? Yes, I think Wednesday we're going to resolve whatever issues they had this morning. Again, it's more of a fundamentals thing. We've been range bound. We tagged that. We sold off. We've made the higher low. I think we're rocking and rolling regardless of what anything's going on. I think we're going to see some demand coming in. Once we do get this pop up, I will then trail it like I always do. If it's going to go to the moon, I'm going with you, right? If it's going to sell off, go and let me out here. I'm one of those weird investors. I like to take advantage of the green days, not the red days, unless I'm short and you're Nikola. Then in that case, take her to zero, go around zero. I'll ride that thing the whole way down. If you're new to my style, my channel, kind of a no-nonsense BS approach to a no BS, no nonsense approach to the stock market. There's no need to complicate things or overthink it. A lot of new traders fall in this trap of the more you know, the better you'll be. The faster you get the news, the faster you'll be able to execute trades, and you're not a robot. So it's not going to happen like that. And the chances are that move's already been made by the time you ever even read the article. Even if you're the first person to read the article, I promise the person typing it, they got their information from somewhere. That move, again, already been made. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. So as things go up, I like to buy when it makes sense. I will trail it. I don't guess the top. If it's going to keep giving me money, I'm going to keep taking it. So we're looking for that pop and that breakout up here. Why I'm not going to short this like I shorted Nikola. This company already has an actual fundamental basis to it that I do like. So while I will trail it if it does sell off, I might go ahead and enter short later. In the meantime, not going to be as quick to jump on the short bandwagon with that. So again, I'm back in this, both main account and my E-Trade account. One more time, let me know down below. Do you guys want to know more about my style of dividends? I was going to go start in July. I was going to review everything in December and kind of see, because what's next, I'm going to create a bot that I think can beat that. And then that way we can really compare it. Is dividend the best way, or can I create something that's even better? Both back burner plays that I don't need to manage. So let's hop into the Russell right here. Russell popped up hourly. We're still trending up. We started to kind of base out. In that regards, almost looks like it's losing momentum. I think the markets are closed. Volume's a little light. We are still probably could be putting in a lower high. I'm actually more focused on that area right there than I am anything else. Any overnight selling off, coming down here to tag this, I'll be just fine. Can't create a bull flag without a red candle. So remember that. Especially if you've ever said bull flag in a chat, but you panicked on the first red candle, get your act together. Get your story straight. Can't make a bull flag without a red candle. You can't make a bear flag without a green candle. So keep an eye out for that. Any selling off right that, going to be a dip buy. We made a higher high in retrospect to this, if I'm using that word correctly. Got above it, so not too concerned if there isn't a little bit of red. I don't think the red is coming. If we do gap down a little bit, I do not think it is turnaround Tuesday. I think it'll be a dip buy and we kind of run back up. Again, going to watch that area up here. For the IWM, we did not quite tag our expected move. Now, we kind of just, I tossed these up there really quick with a mentor group. This is a 1 standard deviation standard move for the week. Now, we got a great start to it. I think up here's where I really want to watch out. And here's where you're going to see me going forward. We get above this, we'll likely clap back a little bit. So maybe a green Tuesday, red Wednesday, green Thursday, red Friday. We get it right back down here. Remember that sequence. This is where, hedge fund managers, this is where the big guys, the market makers, they say, hey, we're going to stay inside this move. Once we get outside, we need to start hedging. Once that happens, you'll go from here to here, right? It took 2 days. We get outside of this, that'll take a 1-day move to completely repeat that to the second standard deviation. That's where we're going to watch out for volatility and things get crazy. So all eyes are going to be on this, and this goes for the NASDAQ and the S&P as well. Now, as far as my zones go, we knew this is my purple zones. I draw the yellow zones on the 4-hour, purple zones on the hourly. Those are my speed bump zones. If you see a red candle, no need to panic. That's probably where it's going to get turbulent. We did just that. We tagged it. We sold off a little bit. 4-hour trend did not change. We're back up in it again. This is that turbulent area. Ultimately, watching for this bright yellow zone up here. That's why they're bright. It is the easiest color for your brain to recognize. So this should be the easiest channel for you to follow. It's not a magic yellow, not a magic line that moves. It's not 3 lines that move. It is not anything slithering across the screen. It is a bright yellow box that doesn't move. I draw it well in advance. And in fact, if you are a YouTube member and you click the join button down below, you have my charts. You can go to TradingView. You can use that link. Type in any ticker. If I've got a magic yellow box on there, now so do you. Anyway, watching out for this. I'm going to keep an eye on that. That's just going to be a quick resistance. It's been troublesome. I don't really care about support and resistance. I draw zones on a very different basis. So keeping an eye out for that. I think we got a little bit more fuel in the tank. So for anybody jumping in short right now, I think tomorrow morning might sting. Might sting a little bit. Nothing in this says bearish. We did make a higher high, so technically right now if we're going to speculate, we're going to look for a higher low. I think we got a little more juice. Again, I think we do pull back. We're going to question this zone one more time. That's going to be next week. Next week is going to be the question of, is this a relief rally? Are we just going to pop up, make some lower highs, come back down? Or are we going to start having the conversation of, we do sell off a little bit, make a higher low, we're trending back up. Is it time to have the all-time highs conversation? I know I'm speaking fast. I'm trying to cram all this in for you guys. Some of you guys got a very short attention span. I'm trying to get it all in there for you. S&P, we got above this, so that's why I think we're rolling. I think the Nasdaq's going to carry some weight tomorrow, so we'll see this pop up. Now, since I gave you both those indexes, those are the futures. These are the expected moves for these. This is their ETFs, their underlying. Sorry, the futures are the underlying. This is an ETF that moves with it. Futures, the options, that's what drives the order flow. We did not tag expected move. Again, that's the area I'm looking out for. And SPY. Also, same story here. If you forgot what I'd already said, go back to the Russell. Hear that one more time. That is the exact same as what these lines are here for. So going forward, I always have this argument. I love to argue with people, especially in my group. There's a guy named Michael. We argue over SPY all the time. He loves SPY. I laugh at him and I say trade the futures. You know, if you're charting out an ETF, you know, it's like reading the odd number pages in a book. You're going to get a really good idea of the story. You're going to miss some details. So I was joking to him today about the gap that needs to fill. I don't really care about that. But that being said, he said there's a lot of information on here if you don't have the futures. That's the one part where we agreed. If you don't have the futures, you don't have that knowledge, there is a lot of information on here. But since you watch my channel and you know how this works, don't be like everyone else. If you ever tell me, a lot of people do this. Most people look at SPY. Just remember, most people also fail at this. It's my job to try to get you past that. Anyway, I will end it here. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to know more? Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you today's Monday. I go live Wednesday night and do a mid-market recap. Let's see how right I am. Green Monday. We kind of gapped up, went a little sideways. We expected that. Talked about it last night in my mentor group. I think we're green tomorrow. Gonna keep an eye out in case we do have a wicked green day. We either rip into that second standard deviation or we're gonna see some kind of a midday sell-off. Let's take that. Watch these levels for sure. Once we get around here, we're going to see some volatility pick up. Volatility, I don't think backed off today. I think volatility, yeah, that's nothing compared to anything else. Volatility is still high. I think that's it. Watch out for a midday sell-off. I'm thinking green Monday, green Tuesday, red Wednesday, green Thursday, sell-off, profit-taking Friday. Let's see how accurate I am. You can unsubscribe later, but in the meantime, hit that subscribe button. I will see you in the next video.